Good evening, y'all. Trying to bring some light closer. It's been a while. I've been quite busy, so I do apologize. I'll wait for people to come in. We'll see who shows up, who does not, and we'll go off our reading from there. It's a little bit dark in here, so I apologize. It looks creepy. Not great lighting. Hey, retired Sergeant Melinda. I was about to text you, but I could not find my phone anywhere. So I do apologize about that. I'm trying to get better lighting while we're waiting for people to come in. I'm gonna go ahead and do basically. I did do some keywords that I pulled from Summer yesterday evening. So I'm gonna go over those first. Hi, Orca Lover, how are you? And welcome. So we're gonna go over Summer Wells. Hi, Sandy. Yes, so very sad. Did they find anything today? Hi, Anna. I literally just stepping in. The only thing I was going to go ahead and do is maybe find out the location of her body and why. Hi, Leilana. How are you? And hi, Cindy. Yes, long time no see. Been very busy. Had some personal things I had to take care of. And we all know you got to take care of yourself. Hey, Jeannie. How are you? How have you been? Okay. I didn't know if something happened. So we're going to be using a couple different decks for her. And welcome back, Jeannie. Again, Jeannie's been here for a while with us. And we want to welcome also all the mods coming in and everybody else. We're going to be using a different deck today for her. Today, I have not used this one yet. It is complete gold. It's got gold all over it. I thought it'd be very fitting due to her personality and the way that she was. And I say was because I feel she is in the 5D. I know a lot of people don't want to say that, or I really haven't watched too many readings to say was or who agrees with that and who. Thank you. I took a good long nap. I needed it. Still got a headache, though. This glass of wine should help. But we'll see. Like I said, we're just going to see what we get. Again, I'm just going to do like the kind of... I know. I didn't even know if you were still on here, Jeannie. So as far as, being on YouTube, of course. I don't even know why I'm still here. I'm just kidding. So, and we will, oh, shit. Sorry. And we will have Patreon tomorrow. So, and that'll be at 1 o'clock. So once you go to your Patreon site, it'll all kind of be there. As y'all come in, if y'all give it a thumbs up, I'd greatly appreciate it. We got 16 in the room and 8 thumbs up. We are going to be doing a channeling for Summer Wells to try to figure out exactly where she might be, who's involved, and who all might know something. The more thumbs up that we have, the more positivity it gives out as a collective and shows Summer that we are looking for her. Like I said, if you do not want to thumbs up it, you are more than welcome to leave a candle or a thumbs up in the box if you do not want to thumbs up the video. So, like I said, we will be go ahead and laying this out. I dyed it red again a little bit. It's just a little bit of a different angle. It's kind of starting to come out and fall out in certain areas. Ditch Ahead of Tennessee. It's an interesting name. I'm good. Thank you, Liliana. Okay, so and we will do a reading. Like I said, it's not going to be like this super, super in-depth reading. We'll let her go as far as she wants to go. The reason is that she is very much kind of to the point. Now, the only thing I'm not sure that I want to check with, they did say there was videos or photos that were released of her planting succulents. Now, was that before or after the trip to the river? That's the only thing I was not able to look up yet. So if anybody knows that bit of information, that would be great. And thank you, Anna. I'm Sergeant Melinda. Like I said, so if anybody knows that information as far as when the picture was taken of her planting the succulents, that would be great. Okay, so we will get there. And yeah, she is going to be, the words she'll give off, we'll go ahead and give off the words that she's going to give off. Yeah, we'll see what we can do and get, I mean, you can only ask so much from her. She's a child, so, she can show us certain things like that. But I really am more interested on how these parents' outlooks are, because I do not think they were in the right mind when a lot of this stuff was happening. I don't think it was planned, but I do think it was something that was covered up that happened. So we're going to kind of look into that. Hi, Sandy. So, Sergeant Melinda, though, was the picture of her planting the succulents, that was taken before the last picture that was taken at the river, correct? Does anybody know? Like I said, because to my knowledge, her planting the succulents with her mother was supposed to be taken before her last photo at the river. I just want to make sure that's the correct order before we get ready to start. Okay, so the succulents were before. Okay, so basically, what I went ahead and did is, let me see. I got Oracle unicorns for her because obviously she's a child. So I'm trying to find cards to connect her. I have a lot of my stuff packed up. So I don't have a lot of it with me, but I'm using the best that I can with what I have. So we're going to start off basically. Her mother's, I believe, name is Candace Wells. So the date, I don't know if this is the date that they're saying she went missing or was last seen, but it was June 15th. If that's wrong, then, feel free to correct. I also have the 25th first written down. So I don't know if those dates somehow coincide or if that's when she was reported missing, or that was the last time she was seen. But it does say Summer Moon Wells, and then it says /21. So I don't know if that's the day she was recorded missing. I'll ask Jeannie. We'll do questions at the end, but I'm going to kind of just let them channel it a little bit. Let her take the channel, telling us what happened, where she is, the best that she can to her knowledge, especially because she might not know where she is, being that she is a child. And with that, we'll go ahead and ask questions from there, Jeannie. So, like I said, it won't be a super, super long reading, but we are going to get in depth enough to channel in 14, 15. Okay, so 15. So we have 15 here. All right, so we have that again, the TBI search is Hawkins County. That's where they're looking at her for. Hello, Kathy. So 1 week, 2 days is my knowledge how active the search has been. Circumstances leading to Summer's disappearance remain unclear. So therefore, nobody is making any sense as what to happen to the child. So it is an active search. It's unclear. They said call 1-800-TBI find. The FBI is supposed to be helping as this is going on. So 15th and 16th. Okay. So that's where the 15th and 16th is coming in. So I have that date. I do have the 21st. I don't know where that number came out. I mean, so I would look at that. Because it might be relevant somehow, the 21st. That could be the day something else happened. But it does have the TBI number, helping them find them. Investigation asked, they asked people to not help search. And the main reason why was because of the area. They were saying it was very muddy, very whatever. It was like, hard for people to walk through, things like that. So, hi, Ladybug. How are you? 5 to 6 dates. Okay. So, they're basically, though, are asking people to search their own properties and their security cameras. So Ronnie Lawson is the sheriff. He was the one that went ahead and made that statement. So basically, the day that she's supposed to have went missing at the water hole, to my knowledge, or around this time, I'm guessing, it was 2 p.m. that she was the last photo or the last statement, to my knowledge, of her being at the water hole. Around 6:30 p.m. She was not at home. So I'm guessing that is the same night that they are trying to clump it together. So, hi, Lori. How you doing? So if everybody agrees upon that, so it was 2 p.m. that they said they saw her swimming at the water hole, or when a picture was posted. The last one, nobody saw anything after, and she wasn't reported to 6:30. She kept giving out 3 to 4. So I don't know if but it wasn't like a 3 to 4. Now, it did feel like maybe 2 individuals probably knew. One doesn't feel old enough to know much, but the other one, she kept saying it was like 3 to 4, but it wasn't like people, like how normally when they give you hints and they'll tell you like 3 to 4 people were involved and knew about it. It was like the number 3 or 4 mattered in between 3 and 4. So again, I don't know what happened that day. She was seen at 2, not reported to 6:30, but yeah, so there's something with 3 to 4, and I don't feel like this consists of people. This consists of time. There's another reader again, Dire Mystic did a reading on it. She got 3 to 4. I'm not sure if hers was people or time, but I do know that she had got the number 3 to 4. And when she did, I kind of noticed I got 3 to 4, which would normally pick up on people. But this was not so much what she was showing me. It wasn't people. Yeah, 3 to 4 people or time frame. So it's something that happened around that time. I did a pre-spread on her. And it did say, basically the world was in reverse, which is almost like a womb. It's the ending of a life, kind of, sort of, the ending of a cycle. So which would be her. The devil was there. So that is addictions, chaining, codependency, people doing things that they are not supposed to be doing. Justice is in reverse, which means that something happened to her Libra energy, very strong Libra energy. Now, we do know that she has lied. Not Summer, but the mother has lied. I'm not sure about the whereabouts of exactly who are with her. To my knowledge, most of them were underage. But I feel like there's another adult that knows about her lying. She has the 4 of Swords, which means she's put it into resting. So I get the 4 hours too. It was like that 2 to 6 o'clock range also had something to do with the reporting of time. That's 4 hours. So you have the 3 of Wands reversed. They are waiting for this to come in. So I think there was at least 2 to 3 children at this place. But either way, again, there is a 3 standing out again that she is pulling out, and the 10 of Wands, which means someone was tired of the situation, tired of the burden, whatever was going on. They're ready to lay that down. And then you have the Sun in reverse, which is usually got a child, a baby, a blonde-headed baby, riding in on a horse, and they are there to start life and start things brand new. It's supposed to be the opening, the beginning of something, the brand new of something. But when it is in reverse, it is not coming through. It is not happening. So I want to thank you again for everybody being here. Again, as y'all come in the room, if y'all give it a thumbs up, I'd greatly appreciate it. We have about 35 in the room. We are about to channel Summer Wells. We are going to see if we can find her location, see if we can find out about anything that has to do with it. Like I said, if you do not want to thumbs up it, if you can drop a thumbs up or a heart in the comment section, that would greatly be appreciated, so that she knows that people are here looking for her and that we're all here for the same reason. So let's go ahead and start channeling it in. We are going to bring in Summer Wells' energy with my energy. I do have some oracles too, so it will, but I'm going to go through different cards first. So we're going to bring in her energy with my energy. Everybody who was there, who knows anything of it, we're going to bring forth source, guardians, archangels, and ancestors, so they can all kind of come together and give us clarity on where she is and who she is, and who knows something about this. Welcome as everybody comes in. So we're going to start off. I'm going to use a lighter deck because, again, this was supposed to be something fun for her. So we're going to kind of see how that goes. So, again, welcome, everyone. Like I said, we are about to start channeling for Summer Wells, just to kind of get a basis of what was going on that day. I don't feel like it was something super planned, but I also do not feel like they were taking the time they should have to make sure all the children were safe. So we'll go ahead and see. So for Summer Wells again to come in with her mother, anybody else, my spirit guides, their spirit guides, archangels, ancestors, source, guardians of the galaxy. What was going on the day that y'all went to go to the lake? What happened on the lake? And also, this is the oracle card she picked. As you can see, it is a lake background. So I kind of go off the oracle cards they picked. I would have normally picked the mermaids, but that's the one she wanted to go towards. So right before they were getting ready to go, you have the Lovers in reverse. So there is some love that has been lost on before they were getting ready to take this trip. It had been falling apart, and so it was almost like these people were not getting what they wanted anymore. The negative energy is there. You do see where the sword is there, kind of stabbing within the heart, and they are cold and they're cemented. So they're no longer together. So I don't know if she had recently split up, maybe with a boyfriend, or if the love was no longer there as a mother. But love was lacking. Hi, Miriam. How are you? All right, so we're going to see what happened the day of your disappearance. Who knows about it and why? The Six of Wands, there was no victory. The number 6 does stand out. Let's see again. So we're in the 6th month. So she had 4. I think there was 6 of them all together. I mean, I think she had the 3 brothers, the mother, and I want to say there was somebody else around. Again, the number 6 doesn't have to stand for people. It's just basically saying whatever was going on, fire energy, it was not victorious. So something happened that really shouldn't happen, that wasn't beneficial to them. But at the same time, it's like Lovers were already in reverse, so it's not something they were putting a lot of time or energy into. They're looking at it kind of like they've made this. They don't care that the victory has fallen through because of the Lovers has already fallen through. Death. So she is saying that death has come forth. So she is on the 5D. She is no longer here in the 3D. She is validating that with this card. So we will go ahead and notice that again. You do kind of see the shrubs around. It does look kind of like a misty area, and actually you do see a blonde-haired girl sitting in the background. So she is validating that the death cycle was closed in on her that day. So with the Lovers here, let's go ahead and see why the Lovers is here. It says we have 42 in the room and 28 likes. Like I said, if y'all can show some support for Summer, we greatly appreciate it. If you give it a thumbs up. If not, if you can drop a thumbs up or a heart in the comment section to let her know we are here to support her, that would be great. So with the Lovers, there is Temperance. So with the Lovers, somebody was looking for temperance. They were looking for a brand new balance between emotions and actions. So there's fire energy and water energy. So it's going to have those 2 elements too, which you have fire here that is not victorious. So the Lovers were not balancing out temperance-wise. They were not able to get along. So they kind of just did as they needed to do. So tattoo on the neck. Somebody does have 666 tattooed on their neck. So with the Temperance card, before she went missing, let's see why that's here. 7 of Wands. There was a lot of issues going on. Now, this is going to be very, a lot of times, I don't want to say mature energy, but most of the time, especially when it's like this is going to be fire energy, and they're very impulsive, and they jump off and do things. So someone was trying to put an end to something that was impulsive. Or impulsive feeling. You have the 7 of Wands. The 7 is standing out because you got 2 7s now. So somebody lied, steal, had stole, cheat. What? All right. Someone had lied, stole, and cheated from this situation. That is more Libra energy. There's a lot of Libra energy carrying this. If you check out Diary of a Mystic's reading, I think she got Libra energy. I know Above and Beyond Ancestor went ahead and did a reading a little bit ago. I haven't had a chance to check it out, but I will be doing that right after this. So if y'all haven't checked their channel out, please do. It's absolutely amazing. So, and there's many more. Mystic Brady, Dark Rose. So we have 6 of Wands. Why is the 6 of Wands here for the day you went missing? That is fire energy. How did you pass? The King of Swords. So this is a male energy that helped dispose of her. I do feel like it's a younger male energy. He should be more mature than what he is, but he's not. So that is part of the problem. That's going to be more air energy. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Like I said, Libra is very much taking over at this point, but basically air energy is taking over at this point. So let's go ahead and see. The King of Pentacles is also in reverse. So there had to be two male energies that kind of know what happened that day. So there's one that kind of made it happen, made the plan, and executed that plan. And then there's one that's also kind of they're the ones that's helping move things in the earthly realm. Again, that's going to be Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Now they're very close together. They're those two signs. They use a lot of the mind, intellect, things like that. I know Virgo and Gemini run off of Mercury, and again, Libra is very intelligent. Both signs are, but it is saying with the Death here that it is also holding a sword, air energy. Let's go ahead and see what that's about. It is the Fool. So somebody is going to basically have an ending. Now this is going to be two energies. It's going to be a female and it's going to be a young male. So that's what's going to happen with that. They made a foolish choice after her death. They could have just reported it. It was not on purpose. It was on accident. But the way that they handled it, because of the substances they were using and who they were around, they felt like the hanged man. So they knew they were fucked whether they said anything or not. Because whether you are taking care and there's an accident that happens, the kind of drugs that these people were doing and whatever was in their system, it's something that was very heavy, and it's stuff that they shouldn't have been doing around these children. So that's a part of a reason why they didn't report it. That's how I feel. I feel like she is more or less getting across like handcuffs. Like they would go to jail, and that was their main issue. There's a young man, and I don't know who the young man is. I do remember someone saying there was a young male around 15 and seeing the moon's coming out. So it's very much exposing the mother. This is the Cancer, mother of the zodiac. So she is saying, it is my mother. My mother knows exactly what happened. There's that energy in the middle that's helping, and they're trying, it has been exposed. This was done at night. So that's what I'm saying. So she's very much pointing to her mother. So, we're going to go ahead and use a couple different cards real quick. Yeah, the King of Swords is there's a lot of air energy here, Sergeant Melinda. I'm not really sure who's carrying that, but it feels like a male. It's almost like the energy somebody would carry if they're in the military. Like the gestures of like what's appropriate, what's not, things like that. But so let's go ahead and see what the Lovers. Who are the Lovers? The Lovers basically is the same person who is over here at the end, who will be prosecuted as the Fool. So you have the Fool here twice. So whoever the Lovers is, they decided to act foolishly because they weren't getting what they wanted with Temperance. So hello, Tara. Love and miss ya. I think he was 15 years old. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I just remember thinking he was very young to be there with the mother. And unless it was a child that was hers, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I just know that she had, I think there was 2 or 3 people together, including the mother. That's all that I'm really sure of. Like firm and rough. And what was that question? I'm sorry, Sergeant Melinda. The firm and rough part. He's an oversized strategic. Well, I just know that I thought it was odd that she had these children. And to my knowledge, I don't know if they're related or not to her, which doesn't have to be. But it seemed odd. 15-year-old. Okay. So with Temperance here, you got the Lovers in reverse. That's what I said. I don't know. I don't want to say the mom was doing anything with this 15. That's what I said. A male like soldier, you were saying. Oh. The King of Swords. that's gonna have that soldier energy. So it's gonna be like I'm gonna slice and dice kind of thing. You know what I mean? So they're harsh in the sense of like if they have to take somebody out to keep somebody quiet, they'll do it and they don't feel bad about it. Like I said, that's why the king and queen in reverse are the off with your head king and queen, because they are usually going to step in the military and positions of authority. So that's kind of, you know, how that is. So whoever that was, the male, he is like that. And it does feel like the younger male. I know the mother's supposed to be older. I don't know. I don't want to look. I don't know if that's her son or her stepson, but I feel like there was some inappropriate things going on with this child that was 15. And that's just my opinion a little bit. Yes, I think there was something going on between the mother and the 15-year-old. So, because you have Temperance and Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords, again, is going to be that king energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, that keeps coming out and wanting to temperance it. So it's like she was acting foolishly. She wanted to have this loving relationship with the fool, which was his energy. The younger son to me, or the younger 15-year-old. You know, she was wanting to temperance it out, telling me it was going to work out. But the problem was with the Page of Swords, he was immature. He was a child. It was being done for the wrong reason. So there's no way something like that would work out. So then you have the Seven of Wands in reverse with the Seven of Swords. So not only, there's a lot of communication that's being distorted and lied about here. So they are saying a lot of argumentation and things like were going on in the home life or maybe around them. Maybe the number 7 itself was causing conflict, so she decided to get out of it with the Seven of Swords as far as lying, stealing, cheating, and manipulating about what happened to the child. Yeah, a family friend. Thank you for the quotations, Alan. He was not a family friend. I don't know what that energy is, but that is not a family friend energy. With the Seven of Wands in reverse and then the Seven of Swords, let's go ahead and see why. You got the Ace of Swords in reverse. And now you got the Ace, which would be the King of Swords, the same person we're talking about, that strong Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. And you got swords on swords on swords. So all air energy. And basically it's manipulation. So whatever they were telling, I think, people or right before or whatever was about to happen, they didn't care what they had to do or say. You know, again, they were using drugs. I mean, I'm going to say it straight up. I mean, they were using. Like I said, they got caught. Like I said, something happened at the river, and they didn't want to be brought forth about it. With the Six of Wands, they didn't feel beaten and battered about the situation because they really didn't have much of a connection to these kids at this point. They're too far gone. You have the Knight of Rings. The Knight of Rings is going to be that Knight of Pentacles energy. Somebody who's pretty young or who thinks that they're older than what they are, but this person's not older as old as the Knight. He acts like he's an old Knight. So with the Six of Wands, he comes in and goes, oh, you know, this accident's happened with the Nine of Wands. I'm going to fix it. I'm the King of Swords. Don't worry. Right? And I can manipulate things in the earthly realm because I've learned certain things in these areas. Oh, were there? Yeah, I haven't directly. I just know that there's something really odd about this 15-year-old. Like the 15-year-old has a circle around 15. I don't know what his name is. She's not telling me that. I haven't asked, but she's circling his name, circling his number. So the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is basically he had went ahead and disposed of her. Now the sunflowers represent life. This is usually going to represent children's lives. So not only did he take that away, but he found places to put her to where nobody would probably find her. It's almost like brushy, but it's still damp. And then you have the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is going to be like, this is what they wanted to cause a happy home between themselves. It's almost like for some reason, the girl bothered him and the mother a bit, it seems like. And hi, Mama Shan, if you're here. I know I can't always see your comments, so I apologize if I don't see you, but hello, and I hope you've been well. I think there's gangs everywhere. At least there's wannabe ones, if there's not actual ones. So now with this person, the King of Pentacles, basically they are kind of wanting to celebrate. They're wanting this energy. So they're wanting to kind of like enjoy and say, oh no, we were just having a good time. We did nothing wrong. Everybody does this and behave this way, but it's in reverse. So it's saying they overindulged. And this is going to represent cups, drinking, partying, drugs, all of those things. So they overindulged. That's what ended up passing with her. Now, I feel like, I don't know if she so much choked on water, slipped on something. I don't think she choked on an item, but my throat hurts right here. Like right here. It's almost like if someone punched you hard enough, it would break those bones. So I don't know if that would cut off certain circulation right away. I'm sure it would. I mean, you're breaking the windpipe and she's very young. But I feel like right here feels almost like someone has squeezed me so hard, these bones have just broken. So, and yeah, Death is Queen of Swords. So now you have a King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, which is making a pair. So this is saying whoever her mother was dating, they both carry the same energy, which is negative, and they are both off with your head. And they are the ones that were holding the sword and committed the act against her in the background. Again, you do see her. So with the Fool, they did this to have a brand new start. Why is the Fool here for the brand new start, how they handled it, and why they did it what they did? Because of the Chariot. So the mother was ready to move forward. As you can see, she's on her bike trying to get out of the situation, away from the child, and she is trying to go as fast as she can. She is not looking back. She is looking to the side and looking forward. So let's go ahead and see the Hangman. Yeah, so she is saying Three of Swords. So they didn't know what to do with her. This is what she looks like she's in now. Now, here's the thing. Look at the background here. It's kind of swampy. It's kind of, you see that like different, vines coming up, different foliage, different things. There's a lot more than that. And so there's a lot more than that where she's at. So she is saying it did happen in the water area. It was water energy. It did have something to do with that. Like I said, and again, I think this is the area she's still kind of in. I do think that she has been placed, and it kind of goes down something that looks like a tunnel. Now, I don't know. I know there's certain drainage areas around there. The thing is, I feel like she'd be at the end of a drainage area or maybe somewhere where things would pile up. So it would keep piling upon the body with the Three of Swords. So 3 people were there. The mother, this child, this 15-year-old who looks like he's 25, and then whoever this person is. But she is saying it broke her heart that they disposed of her the way that they did. They disposed of her in the night, and this is how she feels out of place. She doesn't know where she is, and she doesn't know how to get back. So basically, she does want to be found. This is the first reading I've done where a child does have very much energy in the sense of they're very, very uncomfortable, and they would, most of the time they've kind of understood at this point. She still understands that something's happened, but she wants out. She wants help to get out. She doesn't know how to get out yet. So we're gonna use the because it is by the lake and that's where she was. So let's go ahead and see if she has anything that she'd like to give out for the unicorns. This is the unicorns. Yes, Oracle unicorns. So expansion. Spread your wings and soar. Share your message and share your light. So show the world who you are made of and what you are made of. So this is what I feel like she is doing at this moment. She is making sure that her energy is soaring and that all these beautiful colors are being seen. And finally, she is being seen for what she is. She says she did not want to cut her hair. So whoever made up that is not true. She didn't want to cut her hair. That was a punishment. I feel like I know someone said she was having problems at night with certain things, sleeping. When I feel like she did something and they cut her hair as a punishment. I don't think the mother cut her hair or the mother's boyfriend or whoever it was, but it somebody cut her hair for a punishment. It wasn't because she wanted to. She is saying friendship now, where she is starting to learn what friendship truly is. She had that with her brothers, her siblings. Seek your soul family. They don't have to be related. She did not have that within the family she had. Surround yourself with positive people and spend more time socializing with those positive people. So that is what she is doing now in that sense. And she would like everybody else to do as well. And she is saying trust. Leap into the unknown, have faith, and move forward. Believe that you will fly. So that is how she is also viewing this. That she is viewing that she will move forward. In a positive way with something that's going to help a lot. We will see if we can get a season of the witch card. Sometimes they will give out a little bit of a saying here and there. And then we also have one more. We do have the gold tarot. I still have not used yet. Yeah, it feels like the mother didn't like her for some reason. I think the mother's the one that cut her hair off. I don't think the mother was happy with herself. So candle magic. She's asking people to use candles. Just like you would go to, people want to come on my live a lot of times, like, oh, we're Catholic when I'm Roman Catholic. And we light candles all the time. Hey, Bella's World. And see, they come in. There you are. How you doing? You had me up. Hello. But candle magic. So she is saying, speak your breath into its velvet, recite long into its spine all that you desire, and that which will unravel. So it is saying, using candle magic, we can all light a white candle, and we can all go ahead and ask for her murder or her person who knows what's happened to please come in and possibly give us some more information. And we can do this as a collective. Everybody can light a candle, hold that candle with intentions, put her name on it, and find out who did this. So she is saying that is something that we can do as a collective. It is possible. That's what manifestation is. So, oh girl, you always had, hey Blue, you didn't get notified? I know, it's not working for everybody. Now let me see. Oh, I have one more. So we'll do the oracles, and then we'll do just a few more questions, and I will use the golden tarot for those questions since y'all really haven't gotten to see it. How has your week been, Bella? And everyone else, thank you for joining me. I greatly appreciate it. Like I said, we're trying to get for answers for Summerwell. Like I said, again, I would check the area where she was. I don't feel like it's non-muddy. I do feel like there are people around or things around, such as brush, things like that. And then we also have, and hi, Just Be the Light, willpower. So she is just saying, keep using your willpower. You'll get the earth to move and you will be able to make things happen. And she is saying psychic ability. So therefore, like I said, with everybody using their manifestation skills, you can carve her initials on a candle. You can, rub the candle, think about what you're trying to find, and that would be Summer, and find out where she is and bring that energy forward so that we as a collective can find her. It is possible to find her. Very possible, but you need to send out the vibes as a collective. The same way everybody wants the earth to heal as a collective. It's no different from trying to find an individual. And she can feel it. So she's a child. So the best we can do is try to help her. She can't help herself at this point. Get back. So, is there any questions though that anybody? I'll talk about the river. Oh yeah, I've been off this week too, but it's the moon. Hey Joanna. I didn't know her aunt went missing. Are you in the room, Chief? I like putting music on. So I'm gonna put some of my cards up, and I'll leave one deck out in case y'all can think of any random questions. But again, like I said, when y'all get a chance, if you go back to the beginning, it'll, it has the rundown of what I got from the reading. If I can find the boxes, I don't know what I did with them. Oh, dumb. The brothers knowing. Do you have any questions, Sergeant Melinda? And then we'll see if we have any information about the brothers possibly knowing. I don't feel like that. I said one might have saw something, but I don't think he really understands what he saw. That's the thing. Like, it's almost like it's kind of one of those things, or it's like, something don't look right, but you probably should keep your mouth shut. It's that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Hey, Ren, how you been? We have class tomorrow too for Patreon, so we're gonna be having lots of fun after that. Yeah, I think her brother does know. I think she has like 3 or 4 brothers, or there was 4 of them total. So one of them did see what happened. They're kind of feeling emotionally spilt about the situation. Now, this is the cards that have the gold on it I was telling you about. So they're feeling emotionally distraught by the situation, and they have this information with the Ace of Swords. So they know they hold the sword to basically get this person revealed, which is their mother. The High Priestess energy in reverse, which is to reveal her dark and light side, that she is not only an what is her name? Candace Wells. Yeah, I feel like the J and B stand out for some reason. So I don't know if anybody knows anything about a J or a B. It's good to see you too. And again, with the brother just kind of hearing stuff, it's kind of more or less just it's kind of less just saying, it doesn't mean that he had to physically actually see anything. He could have heard them talking about it, a conversation about it. But I do feel like there is a boy's energy a little bit there. But it's not like he was there and saw anything happen. He just he's heard things, and so that's about it that he can really kind of give. I don't know who Jamie is. And I said again, I'm not familiar with the names other than the mother's name, and then obviously Summer, and then I don't know the other people who were on. I don't know their names that were on the trip with them. Oh, just get with me, Bella. We'll talk about it. I still have to go, and those 2 who are still ready to join Patreon, like I said, because we're going to be doing, he may know some of his mother's issues. Okay. I'm going to be adding one more tier 2 for the Patreon for everybody else to kind of go ahead and get into Patreon. If that's something y'all are interested in, let me find out. Let me get that. Let me use a different deck for those. All right, so we're going to go with Jamie's and then the train station. Do you pick up on a train and then be abandoned, closed, underground, cold, old train station? Yeah, actually, she drew this. It looks like a train to me. I mean, I really suck at drawing, but that's what she drew. Yeah, so I mean, a train would go on the railways. It is an empty kind of like tunnel, though. So again, it's just she showed me at the front of a train. All right, so let's go ahead and see. I mean, that's what it looked like. Like I said, it didn't show me the tracks, but obviously it runs. I was gonna draw the tracks, but I was like, yeah, we'll get the point when I start. And then again, she has there's drowning, but it's almost like I feel like she slipped and something happened, and if they would have been paying attention, it wouldn't have went that far. Again, but it's outside, brush, branches, sticks, trees. Alcohol was involved, drugs still there. I'm hidden, mud. Mama knows all. 3 to 4 people close to the time. So that's let's go ahead and see what else with the train. So the 2 of Cups, so it shows there's 2 people around that area, at least emotionally, kind of giving forth. I would say the train thing is probably possible in the sense of the 9 of Swords, because it would be making her lose kind of sleep. And it's kind of got the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Now, these aren't necessarily like movement cards too much, but when you got the 2 of Cups, this is, again, I do feel like there was a male energy helping her do this. So I do think they helped move her to that area. And it's caused a lot of stress again and anxiety. She wants to go. She wants to get out. She's already said that. She doesn't want to be there no more. And with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, she's a baby. She still is a baby, very much to me. I mean, I know if she's 5, but to me, that's a baby, So she is just pretty, and that's 10, break that in half, it's 5. So she is almost saying, her happy future has kind of been put to an end because of this situation. Let's see. There was someone else that the storm drain. A storm drain, it's out in the cold. So again, she is outside, 5 of Pentacles. So, I mean, a storm drain would be cold. It is going to be something that's going to be a hard metal. You have the Page of Wands, so that's moving forward. That is a childlike energy. So it is saying in that cold energy, she was moved forward and placed somewhere. You do see the cat kind of following. 10 of Cups is going to be water energy. So whether she could say that she is in this element, in the storm drain, and she is kind of but the thing is, I don't feel like she's in the drain. I kind of feel like she's almost like coming out of the drain. Like, I don't know what I would have to see what it looks like, but I kind of feel like it's almost like when it rains really hard and everything goes through this drain, like if you just keep digging the mud or keep moving all the stuff, you're eventually gonna find her. I think she's in mud, like deep mud, like covered and stuff. It very well could be. That's another good point. So thank you, Angela Kim. There's tons of, lots of horses, which is very much like she was saying has been in the card. And she did ask for the Oracle of Unicorns, which I was going to do mermaids. She asked for horses. So those are things that you do pay attention to when you're reading. So if you feel like that's probably a sign, that's probably a sign. My cat's going to jump on the table because he's reaching over. So that's a sign. And then, like if y'all are enjoying the chat as y'all come in, I greatly appreciate if you can hit that thumbs up button. We are doing a reading channeling on Summer Wells, just trying to get some more information on maybe some stuff that we have not got any information on. Maybe the more people who see this might have some more information that we can add later on to a future chat and then kind of build upon that. But I would have to say with what I'm saying, I will use pendulums for straight yes or no questions coming up. And then we'll do another one soon. But I will have to say, with what I'm seeing, I kind of feel like, again, it was not planned. It was an accident, but they went ahead and hid it because drugs were being used. They didn't want to get caught with it, and the mother didn't care about the girl to begin with that much. And I don't think, again, they kept saying she wanted to cut her hair that way. She wanted to cut her hair that way. That's not true. She wanted to dye her hair colors. She liked her hair being colors, so she would have never cut her hair off, she said. So that's a lie. They cut her hair off to be hateful because she was wetting the bed. Oh, the kitten. I meant to show you. Can't find him, of course, now, Ren. He's good, though. He's doing really good. He's given this one. He's given this big monster one a run for his money. Like, for real. He be by the tail and stuff. And I'm like, good, get him. I love you too, Blue. I got to call you soon, too, Blue, because, I won't be able to tonight, but I'm going to call you tomorrow. But we got some exciting news, so I'm excited. Yeah, I heard that too because of the lice, but no. Unless you're that, I'm sorry, I understand everybody has the money, but you don't cut off. If my little girl who loved having her hair colored got lice, I would be goddamned if I cut her hair off before I would buy a kit to get her hair clean. And if you're that damn lazy that you'd rather shave your girl's hair off than just clean her hair and get the lice out, I don't believe that. She liked her hair. She's saying that. She liked her hair. She was actually very upset when they cut her hair. Damn it, I almost got the cat. Almost got him, Ren. Hold on. There he is. See him? Someone get me that goddamn big-ass cat. Thank you, Deb. Which place was that? Plant. Let me see. Yeah, it's almost like it reminds me of that. Like where I live close to a power plant if you go off the island, and it kind of looks like that. That's what I say. It reminds me of the drainage areas that come out that get backed up. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's that particular drainage area or if it's. So let me see. Should they check the plants near the drainage areas? Yeah, see, it's something with drains. I don't know how far the plants are from the area, but it's almost like everything almost kind of connects underground, it feels like. Yeah, she was 5. I'll send you an article on it, Blue. Yeah, I would check any drainage systems. It's almost like, and they had no problem. They had plenty of time to walk around. I mean, if you think about it, the last pictures I want to say we really saw are like what 2:33. So I would check any area that's in walking distance, driving distance, anything that can be dropped into a drain. Like I said, because what you see. Like when I go into the like Rock Island and places like that, you have those big ass cement things where all the water flows through, and I don't even know what they're called. I probably should, but I don't. So there's all these cement big round things that help the water flow through, so nothing overflows the roads. So it's almost something like that, but it's longer, and at the ends, it's like nasty. It's nasty. It's like mud, and that's what I'm saying. It's gross. Like I wouldn't be surprised if there are chemicals in it. So that's what I'm saying. It's like. It's almost like the way they kind of disposed to me of the Watts girl. It's not like it's not the same thing, but I'm saying there's something nasty, like chemical wise, in the area, to where it's kind of like they probably shouldn't have been swimming in around that area, anyways. I don't know though. Yeah, it's like where Sergeant Melinda has sent me the picture. That's the best I can kind of see it. Yeah, she's not super far. You can walk there. You can drive there, but I feel like they walked. I don't think there was a reason to drive. Alan's got a lot of questions. But again, it's just like old drainage areas, things like that. What are all the hums about? I'm just curious. All I see is hum like every 5 sentences. Am I missing something? Yeah, it's sad. Again, it's just a wet, cold, muddy area. Thank you for answering my question, Alan. You're awesome. Do you think it's somewhere near the house? I don't know how close her hole, like the watering hole, is to her house. No, I know, but I asked him a question and he keeps just talking to other people. So it's like, okay, well, thanks for coming to my room to talk to everybody but me. So, anyways, with the 5 of Pentacles, what was the question? I'm sorry. No, you're fine. I was just asking because you were saying hum, so I didn't know if it was a question I could answer. That's all. I'm really not trying to be shitty. I'm just joking with you. It's late. I'm just saying, like I said, I didn't know if it was something I could ask as far as card wise or pendulum wise. That's all. I'm just teasing you, Alan. Seriously. Ask half the people in here. I'm teasing you. Near the house. Not too near the house, at least within some type of 5-mile radius. Like I think Sergeant Melinda. No, you're fine, Sergeant. I'm just teasing. I'm teasing. I swear. I've been up all day and I'm joking. I'm joking. But accidentally fell in deep water when swimming in and under for a minute. 15-year-old pulled her out and had possible even after. I've heard a possible drowning even after first. No, I get they're having a conversation, y'all. It was just a joke. Just a joke. Let me see. My brain's just like stuck on. No, don't be sorry about nothing. There's nothing to be sorry about. We're just here playing, y'all. It's fine. Let me see. I don't even remember. Oh, near the house. So 5 of Pentacles to me is gonna be kind of no. I would say not near the house. It is wanting to be near home energy. It's closer to home than further away. But you're gonna look at that number 5 is gonna come play in. Hermit, again, I do feel like you're looking at the cement kind of tunnels that I've been talking about, or like the railways that Sergeant Melinda and Alan are talking about. These are going to be that kind of represent that to me, because usually, even though this is out in the cold, the Hermit's usually in a cave. It is usually on a railway. So it is on all of those things. So I do feel like she is in those areas. Now, again, I don't know how close they are to her home. So if they are close to her home, she's still in the county. Yeah, I would think, yeah, I would look and see about that, because again, the Hermit's there, so it's not super far. It's almost like she can see the house, but she's not. Yeah, it's like an old type of sewer system just to drain stuff. It drains stuff, so it gets clogged up quite a bit. Yeah, she's not far away. With the Hermit and 5 of Pentacles, it's not far away. Now, the Hermit is being within the home, staying within the home, kind of being hidden within it. 5 of Pentacles is wanting to go home. You can almost see it, but you can't get there. And the King of Swords is the one that put her there. So again, with the King of Swords, this is the second time he came out now. So this is who is responsible for that thing. And she is saying he did it with the Ace of Wands. So therefore, she has been moved as far as the area where she is still there. So it is saying if you very much go there and kind of look in some of these areas, maybe these tunnels, maybe some of this underground old tunnels that have collapsed, things like that. Again, I have to see the area more. Railways, I think she's saying you will find a lot more. But it is saying that I feel like she is saying more needs to happen. And I don't know, again, how much searching is going on in that area. But as far as more, I think she means like more eyes, more people. And I know they didn't want that because they were saying the area could be a problem. Septic tanks, I don't feel a septic tank. Now, it may lead off into a septic tank or be close by one, but I don't feel that way so much. I kind of feel like I'm up against something cold and hard, like a cement thing, but I'm also kind of like in this mushy kind of gross area. Yeah, so that would keep it under. She had 15 come out at one point, or 21, so it was that number. Let's see, 11 miles. Okay. Well, with as far as the movement with the Three of Wands, I would have to say that might be close to the reason of, let's see. Does Dad know? I don't think Dad knows. I don't think Dad is anything like the mother. The mother knows. The mother's grimy. I don't really know what's going on with the mom, besides possible drug use and stuff like that, but it just feels like she had something against the girl. And thank you, Kathy, for being here. Thank you, all the mods. So, no, the dad doesn't know. He's in the hangman in like positions. Therefore, he has no enlightenment. This way, he would know with the ring around his head. With this, it's not knowing what's going on. And Knight of Wands, so therefore he didn't have anything to do with the movement or placement of the body, and he doesn't know where it is. He would like to find her, but he can't. Hi, Mama Shan Shan. Now we can ask if Dad helped cover it up, but I don't get a heavy Dad energy of covering it up. Let me see. Don't knock that over, please. Yeah, because he's coming out as a different knight. So let me see. Okay, little kitty. You're going to, like, knock the whole light thing over. Hey, stop it. Hi, Diana. How are you? So let's see. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? If the light goes out, it's because my cat ate it. Let's see. You're welcome, Alan. Thank you for giving us all your information. We greatly appreciate anything that you're able to offer us. Let's see. Dad covered it up. Let's see. Stop it. I'm gonna have to say no again because the Seven of Pentacles is in reverse. So with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, this is like it is the spoiling of something, but you kind of have to put time into it for it to spoil. So it's not watering things, I know watering, but it's not watering things, it's not taking care of things, and therefore you're not really able to like pick that fruit and kind of like enjoy it. So I would have to say I don't feel like he knew much. I'm going to see if I can get any more. Again, there's, of course, anything's a possibility. With the Nine of Cups, again, it's just saying emotionally at this point, I don't know if his emotions are too off, that it's able for him to kind of play with them in different manners to where he's not obvious. But I really don't pick up too much that he knows too much. I don't know where he was, though, when this happened. So... And I said again, I can ask about the dad saying that right away from the beginning. But, I mean, if the dad felt that the mother was no good and that something like this could have happened and she wasn't telling the truth, it could have been a statement that came out of his mouth by being in shock because he knew eventually, because of her drug use and her behavior, something like that could have happened. But we will find out really quick about the dad making the comment that she was dead right away. Why did the father make the comment that she was dead right away? Why did he feel that way? Because of the Five of Wands. So there was constant fighting and arguing going on between probably her, him, and maybe other adults or people around that had something to do with the child. So there was confrontation already there. So again, most of the time, unfortunately, in those situations when they're using drugs and behaving that way, they act that way. The star is here. So again, it's kind of like knowing life will be taken away. She might have even made the comment like, you know, I brought her, I can take her. She seems like she's that nasty of a person. That's what I'm saying, because when you're pouring out these pictures, it's giving life to this water. So it'd be him or her adding to this puddle of water and making this beautiful child, right? Well, when she turns it around, it's like, I can do what I want with it. I can take that light out, that star out if I want. And she's doing it in The Magician. So he thinks she's manipulative. So, I mean, he's pretty much saying she is a manipulative person. He's not surprised. And that with the Ace of Pentacles, she basically does this to get what she wants. So if something doesn't go right, it's all about money. So again, I think to her, one less kid, one less money, like, you know, less money. But again, you know, the guy in the house, let's see. I just don't feel the dad. I don't. It's not her dad. That's the thing. It might be a dad-like figure or who's supposed to be a dad, but I don't feel like it's biologically her dad. I think her dad knew eventually something bad was going to happen to this poor baby because of the way the mother was. And Five of Pentacles, this person basically, it was in reverse, so I have it upright, but I'm going to say they probably are in the house. We'll keep going because Five of Pentacles in reverse is going to say they're kind of in that area. They're in the home. Being out upright, you're not really in the home. So Queen of Cups. So yes, they are in the home with the mother. So this is going to be mother energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. If it's not her own, the mother's energy. I think she did do a public interview. Hey, Tammy. I think she did do a public one. Are you sitting on the mouse? What are you doing? Let's see. Let me see. So Queen of Cups is the guy still in the house with the mother. Yes, and he is the one that spoiled the Pentacles. So, he didn't like her. What's that for? I don't know how many people were in the house together, but it's almost like taking one of these pentacles out. So that's what I'm saying. It's like it's like he knows what he's doing. He knows not taking care of these is going to result in a very bad situation. But in reverse, it's like picking that pentacle off. It's like, oh, it's already spoiled. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. I don't feel like whenever what happened to her, it wasn't a rush because of the Queen of Swords in reverse, like her mom and him. They were both nasty individuals. And the Six of Wands, he didn't care, and she didn't either. So like I said, the mom is in reverse. It's going to be mom energy again still, because of that's what her mom's been getting, and that's what a lot of energy is coming out as. But with the Six of Wands in reverse, there is no victory. And this is done in a very fiery energy, passion, immature, just like aggressive. It's done for your own benefit a lot of times. Her left toe. Her father talked bad to her, or somebody else's father. Same about the toe. I think it happened that day, her toe, or it got worse. That might have been how she fell. Because, yeah, something happened on the rocks. Because you got the Page of Cups. So this would have been her being at the river, going ahead and doing that. That's a page energy, child energy, more page energy, falling, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Page of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. But it is both saying these are two page energies within the earthly realm. Emotionally, not only was she lost, but physically. The Three of Wands was here, so somebody else, two people knew about it. They knew they had to dispose of her body. They were waiting for these ships to come in, and or wherever it was they were going to take her. Again, she is by rocks of some sort, but she is, or cement, but she is also by a more muddy-like area. The father's on parole, the biological father. I said again, I haven't heard much about the biological father. Well, we can look into it next if y'all want to look into the father side and see what he thinks. I didn't know. I haven't looked up much into the father because I wanted to kind of focus on the event of the actual day. And I said, then we'll kind of build from there as we get more information. See you soon too, Bella. Like I said, we'll probably get ready to head off soon. But does anybody else have any questions for Summer before we release her energy back to the other side? Oh, y'all are fine. I just like my foot's finally healing. Looks a little bit better. Then I twisted my other ankle. Like I'm all beat up. And thank you, Mama Shan for being here. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you to all the mods. What about the grandmother? Did the grandmother know? Yeah, it looks better, Tara. I don't think I broke it. And if I did, maybe my screw healed it. Since I have three screws. Well, I have 6 screws, but 3 in that one. So I guess it held it together so it didn't fall apart. See, you don't always have to go to the doctor. Your body holds itself. I don't think the grandmother probably so much. Let me see. because you have the sun. Now, this can go both ways to me. I'll clarify it. Now, this at the sun in reverse is going to represent children, sunflowers, brand new life, bringing it in and out. That's turning out the light. So she knows the child has passed, but let's see if she knows how or why. She might know. The reason why is the Four of Wands, the house has been turned upside down, and that fire energy, that same energy that comes off when you're impulsive, as far as the Fool, and that was in the spread of what happened to her. The Fool in reverse is going to be that person who has done something impulsively and has caused a problem, or has caused the passing or hurting of something else, or has just kind of caused havoc everywhere. So I think she at least knows. Yeah, I'm the Star in reverse. So she knows why her granddaughter's gone. She knows who at least has to do with it, but I don't think she knows enough to say she's hiding anything. She just knows something's not right with the situation. Yeah, I'd have to look at the dad on a whole nother one, just because I don't want to mix too many energies together. So, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. The kids were not very much wanted to begin with. So when this happened, it wasn't the end of the world for her. It was almost kind of like I think she thought nobody was going to ask right away. Now, I don't know why she thought that, but again, drug use. There you go. I mean, why the hell did Lori Vallow do what she did? Why did anybody do it? Watts do what he did? 1,000 people, and why they do what they do. But we will look into the father too, if that's something y'all are interested in. Do y'all want to look into the father this week coming up and see if there's anything on him that we can pick up? And I'll get more information about that for y'all. Sorry, I feel like that sounded super squeaky. Who's missing sister? She is a missing sister too? Yeah, I agree, Sergeant Melinda. Yeah. Who's the sister? Yeah, it's hard to understand. A lot of what people do. Like you said, you even watch Chris Watts's, and then he's a dick, so I even hate to bring him up, my bad. But I don't get it. It makes no sense. No sense as to why people did what they did. Scott Peterson, again, trying to get it overturned. Go ahead, but you're still a murderer. Casey Anthony, she called the police because someone threw water on her at the bar, but she didn't call the police when her daughter was missing for 31 days, but she's not guilty. O.J. Simpson used to beat the crap out of his wife, but he's not guilty. Now this is not my opinion, but I've never thought I've always believed in the judicial system until I started doing more readings and starting to see how messed up things actually were, and it's kind of a shame how things slide through the cracks. I agree with Sergeant Melinda. So before we get ready to sign out, we will look. Oh, Candace's sister is missing. Okay. All right. So we'll look for next reading. We'll do Candace's sister, and then we'll do Summer's dad. So is everybody good with that? Just thumbs up or wise, whichever you like. Like I said, if this is y'all's first time here, again, we'd love to have you again. We will be doing more readings soon. So if you'd like to subscribe bar, notification bell, it will let you know whenever I go live. I'm not always able to upload always able to give lots of amount of time. So I do try to upload the streams as soon as I can, so y'all know. So you want to make sure that you hit the notification bell to all, so that way you get all the notifications. I need to talk to you about Casey Anthony Wren, because I feel like we're just like, I need someone to bash that woman with. All right, sounds good, y'all. So again, we will be doing that soon. So, and then we still have our 5K coming up again. So a couple more months, about another month, we have a bunch of about 3 to 4 decks: Gilded Tarot, Cocaine Tarot, Lonely Eyes Tarot, readings, all kinds of stuff like that. Like I said, again, just, if you think anybody would like to join the channel with us, be a part of the Southern Soul Tarot family. Like I said, if you just send them the link, they subscribe, just right underneath it, so-and-so sent me, they'll be entered into the contest. There'll be 2 full readings to give away. Again, 3 decks and some other items from the store as well. So, again, if y'all are interested in that, like I said, just go ahead and click that subscribe bar, notification bell, and share. Greatly appreciate it. So, and then as far as everybody else, if there's any information that I left out, I said, again, I will get with y'all. We will add that to it. And then we will be doing Summer Wells' father and her Candace Wells, I believe is her last name too. We'll be doing her and seeing what's going on if that's not her last name. But much love again to Summer Moon. So let's go ahead and kind of say a prayer and hope that she is able and safe where she is, to be guided by her spirit guides, her ancestors, and source, and to keep her safe and warm, healthy, and comfortable. So we want to make sure until we are able to get to her and help her that she is best taken care of by her ancestors, source, guardians of the galaxy, all of that. So much love to all of you, all the mods, everybody in the room. Thank you for joining us. Love to Summer. Hopefully we find her very, very soon. And again, don't forget candles. Candles. Carve her name in a white candle. Rub it with some olive oil. Think about her, how you want her to come home. Light that candle, and let's bring this baby home. So I want to thank y'all for being here. Y'all have a good one. Much love to each and every one of y'all. And then tomorrow will be Patreon, and I will see y'all there. So if y'all, we will be learning some more. We did water, fire, earth. We'll be doing earth tomorrow. So y'all have a good one. I'll talk to you soon. Love and light to each and every one of you. Blessed be. And thank you to everyone that was here. Bye.